live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Hey, hey, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going live. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, yeah, we going. Yeah, 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 we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
All right, so we are on to our mental health moment.
Yes.
It's a little different, just a little different, right?
Yeah.
Because this story struck me really hard, right?
Yeah.
Hall of Fame tennis player Pam Shriver opened up about her experience as a teenager. Essentially, she was 17 years old, having an affair with her coach, who was 33 years older than her at the time. And she talks about the mental anguish and how it affected her, the emotional abuse that came with being in that situation, essentially. She talked about times when his wife might come on the tour and how uncomfortable she was, or how he would treat her, knowing that she was, and this lasted for 5 years. They did this for 5 years, and she said she wanted to speak out on it. And this is why I felt like it was important to bring it up, not only because of the dynamic that comes with being in those situations where you're somebody's coach and trying to have an intimate relationship with that person, but also I'm proud of her for her bravery to say, I'm saying this because it's still happening. And she said, I cringe, like it's a trigger every time I see a situation where there's one of the players and they're dating their coach. And she said, so, just to make people more aware of the frequency in which it happens in sports, not just tennis, but also the impact that it has. She said she's been in therapy for years over this. So it's not just some little something, you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, and she was 17, let's be clear.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I just thought this was a good topic to talk about.
Yeah. I think it was good that she actually spoke out about it. Initially, when I first read about it, I kind of was on the fence, and I think it was because I didn't see the part about her being 17.
Yeah.
I was just kind of on the fence about, like, her speaking about it in the timing that she did. You know what I'm saying?
She waited till he died to talk about it.
Right. So that was my whole thing. But I think, I think the importance of her being young and, understanding that, understanding being in that relationship and possibly helping somebody else who may be in those certain types of relationships, who may be even younger than her, quite frankly, it was important for her to speak about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And,
I'm certainly a big proponent of people sharing their truth, but for me, like, when it's, posthumous with something like that,
when they can't defend themselves.
I'm always leery of that. But in this specific case, in the way that she spoke about it or whatever, like, I think that she did it in a very classy, tasteful way.
Yeah, it wasn't to bash him. She spoke about this from her perspective, like what it did to her and how it affected her. Not saying he was some mean, awful person. You know what I mean? We could have that conversation too, but that's not,
that's not what this was about.
That's not what this was about. It was literally about her having the bravery to speak on this topic, because, I mean, let's be clear, she still was having an affair with a married man. So who would want to come out and say that if it wasn't true?
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't, because the people gonna look at you sideways. Like, but you were having an affair with him. He was married. You know what I'm saying? So I know that she wasn't doing this as a attention grabber type thing, or, something to kind of make him feel like, make him look bad posthumously. It was literally just, I got to get this off my chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Feel good final thought.
Yeah.
All right, now this was something that, you know, that warmed my heart, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously not the circumstances around it, but
Oh my gosh.
the fact that these two clubs could put aside their rivalry and their differences to give a tribute to Cristiano Ronaldo in the way that they did.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
the story goes, a couple of weeks ago now, footballer Cristiano Ronaldo lost his infant son, his baby boy. If I'm not mistaken, they were twins, and they lost the boy.
I didn't see that part. Really?
Yeah. And so, and I might be wrong. I just know that they got two very young children, and it sounded like both of them were infants. So I think that they were twins, but I may be mistaken with that. But they lost their child, and he came out and made a statement about it. And he went back home, obviously during this time to be with his family and to, kind of take care of things. But Liverpool and Manchester United, who are like bitter rivals,
yes,
bitter rivals,
yes,
they came together for a tribute, and they actually organized this thing once they heard the news. They came together for a tribute, and in the seventh minute of their match, they stood and they gave Cristiano Ronaldo a standing ovation while "You'll Never Walk Alone" played in the stadium. And it was touching to see when I looked at the video, because these teams are rivals. Like, there's no scenario that I can imagine where Washington football team fans and the Cowboys make something like this work.
I would hope so. I listen, we're gonna give them a little more credit than that.
I do not have faith in that part of humanity with football Americano. But
gosh.
No, in all seriousness, this was something like, this warmed my heart,
Yes.
Obviously, this is tragic. This is something that,
oh my God, like
nobody could have planned for, nobody could have thought, but to have these fans who are very, like, those soccer fans, those
they crazy.
Fans, yeah, they serious about their football over there.
They crazy about their football, baby. Yes.
But to see them come together like this was heartwarming.
Love it. You said the perfect word. It's the humanity. It's the humanity in them. Like, nobody can, I don't care who you are. If you hear about somebody, you cannot not feel something for somebody having gone through what he just went through. So unless you're just a robot, like, right, or just completely heartless, it can't even be about like sports at that point. It's just humanity. And I just appreciate them for being human.
Yeah.
And showing their brother some true support and love, regardless of who he plays for.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
all right, show picks.
Yeah.
What you watching?
So I just been, this that weird time of the year for me, right? Basketball about the end. And, the good thing is it feels like it's a USFL game on every day. So getting a little football in that way. But watching these spring games, I don't know why, I just been catching I watched a few of these spring games. Just, like I want to see, I think Jackson State plays Saturday. I would love to see that. Listen, they finna make a whole homecoming event out of this, right? So, but I don't know. I like that fresh feeling of getting back to football and seeing them showing up to play. So that's what I've been doing. Yeah.
I caught a small piece of the Georgia spring
Mhm.
game.
Yeah.
They, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We might see them.
You
Yeah.
might see a repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. We might see it. Yeah. They got a nice stable
They do.
going on over there.
Yeah,
So
they do. Irving turned that corner.
Yep.
I've
So what are you
been
watching?
I've been watching Kandi in the Game, and this is kind of the
This is so
extension.
funny to me. You and
Huh?
this whole reality TV. It's just so funny to me that you're the documentary dude.
I know.
Who watches reality TV. It's just the oxymoron. Like.
So the thing is, right, and with the people who I'm a fan of,
Yeah.
and you know, Kandi Burruss is somebody who I'm certainly a fan of.
Yeah.
Just for, you know, her business acumen, like, and all of the irons that she has in the fire.
She's
like,
a good lady.
Huh?
She's a good lady. I like her. She's just a good lady.
Right.
Yeah.
And so seeing, like, I'm entertained by it, certainly, but I really watch it. I'm like, I wondered, like, how does she do these things?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so,
okay,
you know, I'm sure I don't get the total backstage pass that, you know that she,
her real
that's
life
off
looks
of,
like this. Yeah.
you know, reality TV, but like just kind of seeing the moves they make and just how, you know, the moves that they make, the sacrifices that they have to make, you know, to build businesses and do things in the way that they do them. Like, I'm very intrigued by that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I think it's so dope that she will use, and I didn't think about like all of the things that she had used, that like something disparaging about her or about her family, she uses it and turns it into a business. Like,
oh, that's a lesson. So she's a great lesson learner.
Yeah.
That's what I call it. Like, I'm always like, when something tragic or something like adverse comes, I'm always like, what is the lesson? What do I need to learn out? So that's the mindset it sounds like she has. Like, okay, I'm supposed to take God, you made that happen, because we don't go through what we go through just for ourselves, no reason, right? So she's like, yeah, let me figure out how to make that work. I loved it. Go for it.
Yeah. And it's she has countless examples of her going through something and her using it and making it into something, a business, you know, because Old Lady Gang, essentially, somebody made a joke about her mom and her aunts, and she turned that into a restaurant.
Hey,
you know,
so now who got the last laugh?
Exactly.
Right? That's it. Okay. All right.
We are at the end step. This is the end of episode 157.
Yeah.
For those of you out there, we truly appreciate you guys. If you want to get in touch with us, you know, to give us feedback, some constructive criticism. Somebody said something real out the way to us the other day, and I partly got mad, but I was like, well, you did kind of interact with us, so I guess I won't be too mad. But basically, it was when we were talking about the topic of Arthur Blank, not Arthur Blank, excuse me.
Arthur Smith.
I can't think of his name.
Arthur Smith.
Not Arthur Smith. The owner of the Ravens. We were telling him that he needs to mind his business.
Yeah.
In regards to the Cleveland Browns giving and
Deshaun Watson the money that they did. Yeah.
And so the guy responded like, well, that is his business because it's going to affect, you know, his contract. He was like, you guys are ignorant, don't know what you're talking about. That part, he could have left the sauce off of that part.
Yeah.
But
beg your pardon, but okay.
Right. And my whole thing is, I didn't get to respond to this because it was a whole bunch of stuff I had on my chest that I was about to throw at him.
No.
You know.
It's okay. People are entitled to their opinion.
Definitely.
So if that's how they feel. Now, I will not receive that I'm ignorant because I'm not.
Yeah.
Jarrett is not ignorant, so we
Yeah.
will not receive that we're ignorant. Thank you for watching, though. Thank you for listening, however. So we will just take it and say you just disagree with how we felt about it, and we're going to leave it at that. And you probably should have, sir, see me and my emotional intelligence talking to you without ignorance, saying that you probably should have just left it at you disagree with what we said.
Exactly.
Not call us ignorant. That's all.
That wasn't necessary. So,
Keep watching, keep listening, but you can keep those kind of,
We appreciate constructive feedback, like
absolutely.
all the name calling and stuff like that. Like,
It's not necessary.
you
It's
know,
okay.
because I'm sure you wouldn't say that to either one of us.
Not to my face. I please believe I know that.
Yeah.
Not, have you seen this man? I'm just saying. I don't know. Like, I'm just saying.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. So yeah, email us. Yeah. Email, you didn't finish. Email us.
Email us
Yep.
with your constructive feedback.
That's right.
You can shoot us a tweet. You know what I'm saying? Our Twitter is @field2therealp1. You can hit us up on IG @field2therealpodcast. And if you look right above Stephanie's head, Facebook and YouTube is Field to the Real Podcast. Come, let us know what you think. Excuse me.
That's you.
Excuse
That's
me.
you.
Now, I didn't get allergies until I moved down here to Georgia. Jesus.
Listen,
But anyway.
I ain't mad. Yeah.
You can check out our videos and, give us constructive feedback.
Yes. Emotional intelligence.
Right.
Yes.
We are at the end of another one. We truly appreciate you guys for watching, sticking it out with us. But we are out of here. Peace. That finger ain't disappeared.
Listen, I put them in front of me purposely like this, like.
Put the cameras on me, 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 put the cameras on me.